Hi, guys.
Hi.
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 We'll be in London at the time that this comes out, won't we?
Yes.
Oh, we will. How exciting. We're currently still in Australia, though, obviously, as you can see.
No, not. We'll be in London.
No, but at the moment, while we're filming this, we're still here.
You sure?
Yes. And Peter, I was trying to get it in there. If I have my move, maybe you can see that Peter's been putting together a thingy.
A thingy. A train, a case train.
Because
Bec can't wheel her own cases. So me wheeling 4 cases on my own, especially at train stations, because Bec's put us at the wrong end of the train and I have to run the kilometre. Remember, was it last year? When one of the handles broke off halfway up and I was lucky there was that guy who helped me.
Yeah, that was nice of him.
So I would have missed it, that train.
No, the time we had to run was because I cooked it with with what time our train was leaving.
Are we not still catching that train that you stuffed up with Jared and you had to end up bussing it? Or we're not doing that one anymore?
We've got to go to that station.
The one that you cooked it with Jared?
Yeah, but we've got 52 minutes to change.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
No, me and Jared only cooked it because we didn't realise how hectic Munich station was. We thought it would be kind of straightforward and we got there and realised how crazy that station is and didn't have enough time to find where we had to go and missed our train by 2 minutes. But we have to go to that station, but we've got 52 minutes to change. No, the year that we had to run was because, I got the timing, I put the wrong time in the diary by about 10 minutes and we got to the station and we had to run to get onto our carriage. We made it though, didn't we?
Yeah, I had to yell at you.
What do you mean yell at me?
Can't you remember me yelling at you?
No, most likely blocked it out there.
No, because I just told you run.
Oh.
Go ahead. And you kept on slowing down. Can I help you? And because you slowed down, I had to slow down. And then to build up the momentum again, it was, yes.
I was trying to help.
Ignore me. Run. Go.
Anyway, this here and it's not because I can't carry my own case, I can, but it's just that I've got to carry another suit. I've got 2 suitcases because one's your stuff, and then we've got your 2 little ones that have your camera stuff. So it's all your stuff that I'm carrying. If it was just my suitcase and my laptop bag, I'm fine with that.
Really?
Yes, that's how I got around.
I want to see you get them up a flight of stairs then. Yes, I vaguely remember you're fine with this and we got to, was it Canada? Yes, you were going to take it up the stairs. 5 minutes later, you're still on the first step. Huffing and puffing.
I would have gotten it. Anyway, the point of this is that Peter's now got a clippy thing that he's put around the 4 suitcases.
And I had to make the strap because we couldn't buy one.
He's been out the back sewing and angle grinding and stuff. So he's now got a nice big clip that we can put around all 4 suitcases so we can easily roll them.
Yes.
I think it's very clever because we're catching a lot of trains on this trip.
And I've made up internal harnesses in the cases.
What?
Internal harnesses. So we're not going to America, so we don't have to worry about TSA. But when they inspect, they don't shut the bag and because they can't get my wires from a octabox back in, they just leave them hanging out of the case and of course they're not going to be there when you get home.
Yeah, and lose, and that was a pain.
Yes, so I've made up my little harnesses for them.
I
sewed all of that up.
Yes, it was very cute. I went up to the office upstairs and Peter's sitting there with the sewing machine. It was very cute.
I was sewing you a bra today.
That sounds really weird.
What, the denim bra?
The denim bra. What, is that for me?
No, it's for whoever wants to wear it.
Okay.
There's a whole modular outfit being made at the moment.
Is that because we can't find any clothes?
Find anything that's not made in China.
I've been looking actually on TikTok because I find that people do a lot of recommendations on there of where it's some cool shopping places in London for us to go.
Is there?
No, I've been looking it up.
Oh, and you haven't found anything?
Yeah, Found a few.
A few.
I can't remember what they were called though.
Shops.
Well, last year we went to Camden Market and we didn't really find anything there.
We went shopping a few times. The place I used to go, that big area where all the bougie shops were, and I think that's where you got your honey birdette top that they didn't have something on and you had to go somewhere else.
They left the tag on.
Tag on,
They
that's
left the security tag on it. Yeah, that was a pain.
But no, I'm trying. I haven't shown you yet, but it's working pretty good. AI is pretty amazing.
Why?
With the Gok AI, you can actually show it a photo of a bit of clothing and it shows you the name of the company that made it and where you can buy it.
Oh, that's handy. You can do that on Google image reverse search on
It doesn't seem to work well. It just brings up any companies that's sponsored by Google.
Oh. Right.
Well, it does. I hardly use Google anymore because all it does is bring up who sponsored them and who wants to go 5 pages back to maybe find something. But no, it's worked. I used it today when somebody asked me a question. You went to Google, I went to YouTube. I got the answer, you got no answer. Am I right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway.
But yes, I'm a bit annoyed at the Musk.
Why?
Do not trust the Musk.
Why?
They're an absolute scamming company.
Are you going to elaborate or are we just going to sit here in silence?
Yeah, I have premium on there.
You can get premium on Twitter? X? What is it? What does premium do?
It's a label. It's a standard. It's like, what does business class do?
That's different. That's a big difference with business class.
It gives me tools to use for things that I do. When I want to sort things and get my feed running the way I want my feed, the premium gives me more opportunity to really set up my feed so I don't see what I do. As soon as I do is say not interested, everything around that doesn't get sent to me anymore.
And you can't do that just as regular?
Not as accurately. And then it gives me all the AI features of the stuff that for
your grok.
My speckings. So I don't spec very well. Type even worse. And I woke up Sunday morning and on my phone says there's a $600 bill. $600 charge to my Amex.
For the premium?
Yes, it used to be like $18 a month. Without asking anybody's permission, it's now $54 a month and you have to pay for a year and they don't even give you the option of, would you still like to be here now? We've put this price up ridiculously.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
It certainly is ridiculous.
Far out. What do you, can you do anything about it or not?
I had a whinge. I could have had it completely cancelled by Amex. And so Amex agreed that they would cancel that payment without me having to get a new card and all the rest of the stuff. And Amex, because I'm on my status at Amex, I said, we do, why don't you use Amex Concierge and we'll see if we can fix the problem for you. So it went into Amex Concierge then contacted X. X has then put me back onto the old fee, but the next bill will be on their new fee.
So you just cancel before that?
Yeah. Right. Well, I've already cancelled, so it's a year away. But I've been starting to use it a lot, and it's been really... So if I keep using it this much...
You will keep going.
I will keep it because it has been... And when Reggie was up the other day, Reggie's an old friend of mine, and she has some pretty cool apps on her phone herself, and she was having a little bit of mental illness problem, family issues, and she got this app about fixing that, and she said it was amazing what that app did. She just read her heart out to her phone, and her phone comforted her and read things. The phone knows nothing about her. And she said she thought this would be like an absolute wank, and then she tried it because on Gok, there's an area of, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like your own personal And she tried it and she goes, this is just as good. In fact, I might even cancel what I've got because there's all the other things that are on here, like really accurate data. So there's areas where it'll go. So the thing I had about Suri, you ask it something, it goes, here's a website you might like to look at. That's not what I asked. The other thing with, you sound like an ex-fan exploit.
You do.
Even though
This podcast is sponsored by
no,
X.
it's not. I still think it was very wrong the way they've done things like that. You ask it something, you leave your mic on, and as they start answering, you go, no, that's not right. And they correct it straight away. And then they can say, is this enough of information? Would you like me to go deeper? Is there anything else in this subject I didn't cover? And I love the fact that they read it out to me, so I don't have to read it, but it's all there written for me as well.
Well, there you go.
So I've been using it a lot it's helping me or even arrange I've started doing my shoot plans.
That's cool. We used one of them when we were in Japan for one of our days we had all these things we wanted to do, and so we said, these are the things we want to do, can you please put them in a nice order and tell us what to do? And it did, it was good.
But that was with chat?
Yeah, GPT. Because I don't use X.
Don't give me the X look. So what have you been doing this week?
Nothing really. Been laying low.
No wedding stuff?
Chapter of my life is over. No,
honeymoon, you're not
no,
didn't do that?
I've just
Did you fart in a bag?
No.
Well, there's 3 things off my list to talk about.
I've been laying low. Although there was a bin chicken out the front of mine today. It's about as exciting as my life. But I was like, I've never seen one of those in Melbourne. They're everywhere up in Queensland. Yeah. These are a very long way from home.
Yeah, well, she got kicked out of Parliament. She has to go somewhere.
I was really surprised to see they bin chickens and what's their actual name? Ibis?
And they're an ibis.
It's this bird
what sort of small craney bird with a great long beak? It's like a
they're like white with this big long black beak, and they're everywhere. They're in Sydney as well.
Pretty much, yes.
But they're most like they're everywhere in Brisbane, and you mostly see them around bins picking out stuff to eat. So we call them bin chickens in Australia. And there was one in my driveway, and I was really surprised.
Maybe it's time you got all that rubbish.
Well, it was bin night last night.
It's been attracted to your area with the rubbish. So it's flown from Brisbane to your house just because of how much rubbish you have.
What?
And most likely go up, get to a certain height, and they go, oh, look at that down in Melbourne. There is some food. We'll fly overnight.
Well, I am the rubbish.
You are the rubbish. Your dad didn't bring it down with him.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's
just really. I don't know. This is how exciting my life is. Talking about birds I see in my driveway. It's become so boring in my married life.
On Sunday, I had Hitchcock at my house. The birds. But they're all the cockies just staring down, saying, "Where is our food?" And it's all like, "You're not getting food. You're cockies." I've got to get myself a water pistol, but one of those good ones that fires like bullets of water. Pigs are getting so cheeky. I reckon they're lining up to shit on me. I really do. I went under one of the tree ferns the other day, and just as I got through, I go on the ground. You.
I hate you.
They hate me.
That's how exciting my life is at the moment. I'm doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Well, I'm just trying to, I don't know, I've had a pretty full-on past little chapter of my life, so I'm just laying...
So what'd you do? That's right, you had a wedding.
So,
you had a honeymoon too, didn't you?
So I'm just...
Did you fart in a bag though?
Shut up. I'm just laying low and trying to recoup funds. And...
Laying low, sleeping. Sleeping and watching the Eras tour on her own.
I did do that on the weekend, actually.
Don't you think we all know?
No. Not everyone would know. Actually, no, speaking of cancelling things, I did cancel...
You cancelled Eras?
No, I've cancelled Disney Plus and I've cancelled Binge because Disney Plus, I didn't realise I was paying like $20-odd a month for that.
And there's nothing on it.
And the only thing I was watching it is the Eras tour, which I don't watch that. I watch it kind of
so you can't watch it anymore?
I can.
Why didn't you just buy it? The amount you watch
What I'm gonna.
So for 1 month, you could have bought it and you have it forever.
I'm looking into how to buy it anyway. And then I cancelled Binge, which is another streaming service we have here in Australia, because I was hardly watching anything on that. And I was mostly watching that because it had all the HBO shows on there. But now they've taken all of that off, and now you've got to get a separate subscription for HBO. So I don't really watch.
What's it called, Max or something?
Yeah. Stream Max or something, I don't know. But I need to get that. But I'll get that.
Why don't you just use Lens and watch it first? I'm just using Lens at home.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna wait till I get back from Europe before, because we want to watch The Last of Us, but that's still coming out.
I can tell you what's happening if you want to know.
I already know the main thing that happens because Jared's played the video games.
Oh, so this is still part of the video game. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened. I don't watch it.
Part of the video game. But
what happens if they've made a change to the...
They haven't, anyway. So yeah, it's another, but I'm just sick of having to get all these streaming services, and it's just annoying. So yeah, I've cancelled that because that's like $40 a month in just 2 streaming services that I'm now saving, that I was just mindlessly spending money on.
Well, a little bit more. Drop 1 bottle of wine a week, now you can have GOC.
No.
Oh, you can still have GOC, you just can't have I don't think you can have the AI, which I don't use the AI part. I don't think I need to, although I was tempted to the other day.
Anyway, I hate having all these different streaming services. It's irritating. So many passwords, so many different things. Was it you that was telling me that there's a thing?
There's a site you can
go to that tells you all the things that you've got to pay.
Will tell you every single streaming, but you have to subscribe to it.
Yes. I find that so funny. Subscribe to us and we'll tell you what everything you're subscribed to.
I really should do it myself. I know I'm subscribed to a couple of little things. Like, I must have subscribed to maybe $40 a month for stuff I'm not using at all. But that's because I'm not on a sim. No. But I don't want to cancel it because all my histories...
Yeah, it'll get rid of that.
And hopefully after the Europe trip, I'll be back on my sim. I was really tempted. I was waiting for backing up something very last. No, it wasn't. I was uploading to YouTube and it was going slow, and I was just sitting there, I'll search YouTube, and just in my page came up go-karting. And it's a track in Oakley, which is half an hour away from here. Oh, I'm so tempted to sell sim and go back to karting.
Is karting just in Bayswater?
No, but this is proper karting.
Oh. Do you wear little onesies and go around?
Yeah, you have to wear onesies and helmets and gloves.
Not fuzzy onesies and drive around.
Not fuzzy onesies with burgers on them. I wonder if the bunny suit would be classed as a racing car suit. Anyway, it's very, very... Because I have areas for old bastards.
Okay. Speaking of karting and driving, actually, I had a crash out over the weekend. My official certificate has come, so I can start changing my name on everything. And I recently got my licence photo done. I got it done in January, and it was the day after I got my wedding trial makeup done. So I look full glam. I went and got my licence photo. It's like the best licence photo I've ever had. And then I start looking at what I've got to do to get, like, all the things I've got to get changed. And Vic Roads say that I have to have a new photo taken.
Why?
It says that they will take your old license. You have to hand them the documents.
But they haven't asked me for a photo in like 20 years.
So why do you need to check?
Oh,
no.
Maybe they looked and thought, this is not a proper licence photo.
No,
Someone's made a mistake.
No, it's
this
not,
is too pretty. We can't have pretty driver's licence.
It's not like they were just like saying specifically for me. They were saying this is for everyone. But no, you just took that photo. Don't make me take a new one.
Just go back and have another wedding trial.
No, I don't have any
if
money.
If you want it that badly, go and have a wedding trial.
I don't have money.
Well, learn how to do good makeup yourself.
No, that's just rude. You can't, you just took that photo.
I pissed myself laughing when I saw that.
But then, like, the passport office don't want a new photo. But
because it's an ugly photo. They're happy to keep the ugly photo. Somebody has looked at your photo and
It's
got,
not like they've written a personalised letter to me. It's literally on their site. I'm not happy about it, and I will.
No, but we all know.
I will kick up a
Women
stink.
look stunningly beautiful till the wedding day, and then they look like old hags afterwards. They've roped in the sucker, and all of a sudden, amazing, all the beauty just fell off.
I will be kicking
in one
up a
night.
stink. I will be kicking up a stink if they
They're
make
not
me.
going to change your. They're not even going to listen to you.
They just took the photo like a couple months ago. I still look the
Well,
same.
just go into a couple of your only farts bags, and you'd really kick up a stink.
No. Don't make me change the photo.
Yeah, it's going to get changed.
I even said to the girl when I was getting the photo taken,
So you're going to wait till after America and then do everything. Why don't you just wait till after America and do everything?
because it's like ages away. I'll do it when we get back. We've got time. I just don't have time before we go to Europe. But no. The girl, even when I got that photo taken, I said to her, hey, like, I need to get I need to change my name. So what do I do? And she said, you just come in with the thingy and bring your license and we process it. She never told me anything about, and she complimented my makeup. She never told me I'd have to get a new photo.
She most likely marked you right
She
then and
didn't.
then.
It's not like it was a
Someone
personalised...
can't be that pretty.
It was not a personalised letter telling me I have to get a new photo.
No, but it's already AI'd you into it. I think it is.
It's not. They're not. I'm not letting No, they can use that photo. They can.
They can.
You can use that photo. They just took it. I'm not like changing genders. It's not even a year old. I still look the same.
No, you don't. You look nothing like that picture. In fact, there's our... That's our thumbnail for today.
Our license
photos.
Okay.
Well, just the photo part.
Yeah,
We can't
look, obviously.
show them all the other stuff.
No, of course, but... don't make me...
Hey, Kim Kardashian couldn't even have the photo retaken, or one of the Kardashians. Didn't they refuse to take it?
I don't know, but she brought a full lighting team in or something.
No, I thought that would have just been done for TV. Oh. No, one of them went in and she goes, no, I don't like that photo. And she goes, a princess.
I don't know. They can use, it's not even a year old. They can use that photo.
Oh, can they just?
They can, and they will. I'll stamp my feet. What if I cry? What if I literally cry?
And Jared ignored it. You still had to fly business. Class. No, you didn't. You hassled me to get upgraded to business class. You still had to go home on your honeymoon.
What are you talking about? What has that got to do with my licence photo?
When you cried to Jared because you didn't get business class honeymoon tickets.
That wasn't me crying at him. I was just crying in general. And that was also a bit like I was bunging that on.
Yeah, but it still didn't work.
Yeah, I know, but I was bunging it
So
on.
why do you think it's going to work when you're going to be bunging it on at friggin' a government office? Are you going to try and find a government office that have sausage sizzles out the front? Last Friday, she wasted about 2 hours of my time searching on the computer
Jared sent me a link.
What places had sausages and bread when you have to go for your erection. So we had an erection last weekend.
Election, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I have a speech impediment. So we have a hardware store called Bunnings, and everyone goes to Bunnings on weekends just to get our crappy sausage with some onion and some bread with no butter on it, and some sauce and mustard. Ketchup and mustard. Do you do mustard?
I put one run.
Each way?
No, just one run.
No, of sauce and mustard?
I do a squiggle of sauce and one run of mustard.
A squiggle of sauce and a run of mustard?
Yeah.
So if there's 6 mustards in a row, that's called a run?
No, a run is how you put it.
Oh, I thought it was like a gaggle of geese.
No, it's
a squiggle of sauces?
Squiggle of sauce and a run. It's called a run.
A run.
I learned that from someone
So she looked up where she was going to vote.
Jared sent me the link.
And she went there and then didn't get a sausage. It didn't feel like it.
I didn't. But no, I didn't spend 2 hours. Jared sent me the link.
Well, you were looking at it for 2 hours.
No, I wasn't.
You were looking, we could go to the toffee area and have a toffee.
No, I wasn't.
I thought I heard you talking about that.
I did not. Stop making things up.
I think you were.
I didn't.
You didn't.
Anyway, Jared got 2 sausages. I didn't feel like one because we had to go earlier because he was going out with his friends. And it was too early for me to feel like a sausage. It smelled good though.
Smelled good.
But it's funny because voting's compulsory here in our country, and I think even if it wasn't compulsory, it would be a great way to get Aussies to go vote.
Yeah, just have a sausage sizzle.
Just have a sausage sizzle. We're like, can you come vote? Get us. We call them democracy sausages.
How would you describe our sausages to the rest of the world?
It's really hard to describe
Because
a snag.
it's not a hot dog.
It's not a hot dog.
It's nothing like your German sausages or
No.
or even you go to barbecue and get sausage. It's nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
It's a snag.
little white fella's dick-sized little skinny thing about this long. So
And they're kind of thinnish.
it's thinnish. It's just grey. Well, it starts off meat colour and turns up grey.
They're bloody tasty.
I think it's just full of whatever doesn't make it into any other food.
I don't know if they've got seeds. I don't know. They're just good. And then you just grill them and, they're...
Yeah, just get them just to split and slight bit of burn. Just the slightest bit of burn. And then into just the crappiest fresh white bread, the crappiest fresh white bread you can get.
It's not crappy, it's just
some
fresh white
caramelised onions, top or bottom. There's a whole debate about this.
Yeah,
in fact, I thought
Bunnings
make them put them on the bottom.
Yeah, because apparently when they put them on the top, people would eat them and they would fall off, and someone slipped on an onion and hurt themselves in a Bunnings. So now they've got to put them on the bottom so that so the sausage squashes them so they can't fall off.
They still fall off.
That was the reasoning they started having to put them on these, because someone fell over.
I didn't know that. Next time I'm just going to get them and just as I'm walking around throw bits of onion around and then film people falling over. Sounds like a thing.
That's what I heard, is that's why they changed it, because someone slipped on an onion in Bunnings and fell over.
In court today, you slipped on a caramelised bit of onion.
The things that come out of and they say Australians have no culture.
We have great culture.
We do. We do.
We do.
Yeah.
I was going to mention something before, but you rudely changed the subject on me.
Sorry.
So when we were talking about all the AI and all that stuff, I want to know who wrote spell check or who made spell check to be woke.
What do you mean?
If you type fart, it'll spell check it to something else.
I don't know. I don't type that very often. And what does it change it to? And fart's not...
Start.
That's not... Maybe they thought you meant that. That's not woke. That's just maybe because most people...
Fart is a real world, so why...
because maybe they thought you... I don't know. That's not woke.
Well, it is. I actually used the C word as I was typing one day, and it changed that too.
That's not woke.
It said stunt.
You probably thought that's what you meant.
No, I meant what I was typing.
That's not woke.
It is.
No, it's not.
No, this is a personal note to myself. So why does it even need to...
Because sometimes I think...
If it's spelled correctly, why does it need to change it?
Because I think sometimes it looks at the other things that you've typed and it tries to, like, guess what you're trying to say.
This stupid stunt.
Yeah, you could have been doing a stupid flip.
No, there was...
They could have been a stupid person doing flips. A stupid stunt person, yeah. Because sometimes they do stupid stunts.
Talking about stupid stunts.
What?
It's a very simple question. That the amount of times I type something and it changes it to something more appeasing.
Appeasing?
Or G-rated.
Yeah, well...
Well, you're no help at all. I need a new assistant. I need an assistant that can actually go, yes, I'm on your side. Let's get this changed now.
I don't...
So I'll take the autocorrect woke off my list forever now.
Oh my gosh. Sensitive little flower.
Sensitive little flower. Yeah, well, it's also because I was doing something I'm going to do.
Well, it does actually, no, it does that to me. If I type the F word for a very long time, it would change it to duck.
Right, why? So who's told it that you're not allowed to say that
The
word?
programmers.
Yeah, what? So it's woke. Why? This is science fiction. Watch all the movies. You'll never hear a swear word in a science fiction movie. Watch it. They don't use the F word in Star Wars.
That's because it's like a kid movie, isn't it?
I don't think they used it in Galaxy, was it?
Star Trek, I don't know.
No, Star Trek, or what was the one, the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the
I
Galaxy?
think they do.
The F word?
I don't know.
I don't think they do. All of those futuristic movies, they don't swear in.
I think Ex
They don't
Machina.
smile either.
Is it Ex Machina?
Ex
Machina? I don't know how to say it. It was a good movie. It was a bit creepy. I think they swear.
Machete in Space? Oh, that was never
It's not even a real thing.
You can find the cover for it.
Yeah, it was never actually a real thing.
I would have watched it if it was.
Yeah, well, it's not.
Did you ever see Machete 2?
No, I didn't. Shitty one was enough.
Machete 1 was awesome.
It's a bit silly, but
A bit silly. I liked it lots.
I liked it lots.
And
And
you've run out. So what
No.
topics have you got?
I was telling about I'd already been through getting my photo and stuff. That's rude.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
That's the best you could turn up with in a whole week. What does only mean?
No, it's on notes.
Oh, it deleted me farts.
Good. Is this more of it being woke?
Oh no, I was about to say something else. So I was writing some stuff because I am working on doing a thing on YouTube about censorship. And it was basically, I was just doing talk to text, and there's a couple of things I said, and it censored what I said, and it was didn't even fit into the sentence or meaning of what I was talking about. So I was
Are you sure it censored it, or did you just not pick up what you were saying properly?
No, it's
Checking it
censoring.
was still recording.
No, it was censoring me.
Maybe it just didn't. You know that it's not always the greatest at.
I must admit, I wasn't using Gawk or Gawk. What is it, Gawk?
I don't know what it is.
I like Gawk better.
It's a stupid
You
name.
should change the name to Gawk.
It's a stupid name. I don't know if it's Grok or whatever.
Oh, Grok.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb.
Grok. Isn't Grok out of Galaxies of the Universe?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
You're telling the story.
We could actually ask Grok, what does it?
No.
No.
What were you
All right,
gonna
my
say?
next win.
Yeah,
Is it
no,
while
you
I just-
hadn't finished talking about your censorship thing. See, you're interrupting your own self.
No, you brought up Grok. We'll change the subject. I did. I was putting down some notes about what I was
You
going
finished,
to
and it changed what you
do
were
on it
saying.
and just change what I said.
I thought you were going to elaborate on your idea for this, but no.
No, but I do like my new setup because it makes me flow. It's like what I do at night time, but then forget to write it down and forget it. So I decided how I get it to work at night time, I just start doing it during the daytime and it works the same.
What on earth are you talking about?
It's my stuff. Hey,
May I have a crumb of context,
your
please?
one brain doesn't need... See, I got 4 brains all running in different directions, so they don't necessarily talk to each other.
I know. The amount of times that you'll say something to me.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm like, may I please have just a crumb of context? Like, what are you talking about? You just say the most vague things, and I'm like, and what?
Well, at night time when my brain's running too hard, I'll have these ideas of things I want to do, and then just my brain fills up with this subject and this subject and this subject, and then lead into this, and just perfectly laid out. And I might put 1 or 2 quick notes on my phone. And when I go up in the morning, I look at the 2 notes on the phone and go, that's not very helpful.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I have to deal with this with you talking to me.
So, but now what I've done now is when I get up in the morning and I'll do my emails, I'll get out my little notes from my sleep time notes. And you're never in it, so don't worry. You're not that important in my life. Gidget's been appearing in it more.
Oh, okay.
Are just different things I want to do to train with her, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get up in the morning and do my emails. Next thing I do is look at things. I go, right, so a subject on this, what would I talk about? And most likely leading, and next minute I'm spitting them all back out again. So all I have to do is start talking a little bit about it in my head again, and all of a sudden it all comes back out again. And now, thanks to Grok, I just turn Grok on and do it, and Grok then writes it in proper talk.
That's handy.
Much proper talk. And even at the end, it's asked for any other suggestions on this subject, and Grok always has 1 or 2.
That's nice.
Not very good, but they're always there. Now, one was quite good the other day. What?
What was it?
Can't remember. I wrote it down. It's written down.
It's written.
If you saw all the stuff that's on scribble notes and written down everywhere, am I still whinging?
No.
Oh. I have one more thing to whinge about, but if I'm not allowed to whinge anymore...
I don't care. You're allowed to whinge.
F you, Netflix. Hanging. I can't... The only way I could watch a Led Zeppelin documentary is to go to a cinema. It was on for 3 seconds and I wasn't available, and I don't really like going to cinemas.
So you don't like going to the cinema anyway?
Don't like going to cinemas that much.
You have the IMAX at home.
I looked at can I buy it? No, you cannot buy it anywhere. Oh, if you lived in America, you could buy it, and you lived in Europe, you can buy it. But because you live on this other side of the world, you're not allowed to buy it because you're not privileged enough. So Netflix puts an ad up in my feed on Facebook saying, Led Zeppelin documentary, 4th of this month. Cool. And last night, I thought I was all set, editing up to a time, sure you finished watching whatever crap she wanted to watch, and it bang, got my drink out, got on the couch, got Netflix, can't find it.
Why don't you just put a VPN on?
On your TV?
Yeah, can't you do that?
I don't have one on the TV.
Can't you put it on your laptop and then plug your laptop into a HDMI cable to your TV?
I could. Well, I wasn't going to do that yesterday because my laptop is sitting in one bench and I think I was most likely had it doing something.
Oh, well, your arm's not working.
No, because how do I get the cable to the TV? It won't reach. I have to take the laptop to there. The laptop's hooked up to all my drives and RAID system. I'm not pulling my whole desk out because your power cords wouldn't reach.
But you bring your laptop to the studio each day.
Yeah, but I wasn't working. When I get up in the morning, I haven't got things happening in the background. Just if at 5 o'clock you just go, I go home now. At 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, oh, finally they've all finished doing their work.
At the moment I do not. I'm talking to people because time difference, because I'm trying to organise things for Europe.
No, it just meant that normally once you leave, that's when I'm starting to do backups, transferring all the stuff that takes time and it doesn't allow me to do other stuff.
Okay, well I was just providing you a solution of how
It's not a very good solution. Why should I even have to do that? The world is so small.
It's actually kind of big.
No, it's not. It's tiny. You can get from one side of the world to the other in a day.
No, so that's a while.
It's not that long.
Think of all the things you could do in a day.
All right, I give them a day then. So it came out on the 4th. It's the 7th. They had 3 days to get to Australia.
And I don't understand that. I don't know.
Why would they advertise? Like when you do your advertising, you say to what country. So if you're announcing that you're releasing global release, it said, Netflix global release. Type it on Netflix. Nah, never heard of it.
Are you sure?
I can look it up for you.
I'll do it now for you. I'll be your genie.
I already looked it up last night when I spat the dummy.
You spat the dummy.
Yep. I said, that's it, Netflix, you're getting cancelled.
Are you going to unsubscribe?
No, I just cancelled them. So, yes, unhappy Suki La La me. And it's off my list now.
Yeah, if I just search Led Zepp, it's not on there, Mitch.
I just told you that.
I know, I was just checking.
I did a full search on it last night. I can watch Bob Dylan.
It's very strange.
Even your mother has said to you, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just me.
No, she said it was coming out. She didn't.
I know. Us old people look forward to.
So I'm just checking. You know, it's just spinning wheels.
If you were younger, you'd be just as excited.
I got excited
Especially to see Dark Side of the Moon live.
I got it. I expected to arrive later in the year.
Later. Why?
I don't know.
So why? So I don't understand. The same with F1. I was speaking to someone in America, and he's said, no, get the F1 app. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you are if you're in America.
Likely around early June.
Well, that's no good. We're overseas.
You can watch it overseas. Oh, you can watch it once we're in Europe.
I want to watch it on I want a sound system. I don't want to hear someone's, I don't know, mega booms in there go. I'm really going to enjoy this. Peter, turn it down. We've got neighbours. You don't want to get a complaint from Airbnb. We'll get a strike. Sorry, I can't get any closer to my ear.
When have I ever said that to you?
You have.
We don't get...
There was somewhere we were and there was people having incredibly noisy arguments and stompings, remember? It sounded like they were nearly killing.
I do remember that.
And all I did was make one soft comment and, Peter, shut up.
Make it out like I'm some she-devil.
You are.
Oh, yeah.
You're like a female Grinch.
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 No, you cat.
Grim.
Grim, sorry.
Grim the weirdo
Priming the curtains.
who suckles on my dressing gown.
Yes, that's creepy.
So...
I don't know what you do. Maybe it's these sex movies you've been watching. I think that might be it.
No, I don't know.
Is it just sitting in the corner going,
For a
I'd get Caligula
No.
and put that on and we'll put a secret camera on the cat and let's look at the facial expressions.
I had my dressing gown on the bed and I was getting ready for work and I come back into the bedroom and he's sitting on the bed on my dressing gown and he's got a bit of my dressing gown in his mouth, like suckling on it, and he's making biscuits when they do that little kneading thing that they do. And he's got my dressing gown in his mouth. I'm like, that's very strange.
I think there's a few people out there doing that. By some of the comments we get, but I think there's a lot of people are sitting in their basement going, this is Bec's dressing gown. This could be a new thing.
That's weird. And then Jared sent me...
I might have to do a music video.
Jared sent me a picture that he'd dragged it into the lounge room and it was like, I don't think he was on it doing it, but like he had dragged it into the lounge. I didn't leave it in the lounge room, so Jared's like, what has he been doing? Like he's clearly dragged it all the way from the bedroom to the lounge room. And then again this morning it was just on the floor, but he was sitting on it and I could see him like starting to do the biscuits. And I looked over at him to see if he was going to like put it in his like pick up a little bit in his mouth. But every time I'd look over at him, he would just like look the other way.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not here.
And I started getting dressed again and I look over. I could like see him in the corner of my eye and I look over at him.
Oh, so you were naked in there and he's doing this and. Oh my God. You got yourself a pervert freaking cat.
No, but he doesn't normal. I'm the spare human. He goes to Jared. Like, him and Jared have little, like...
It might be like the very last scene in movie 43 with the cat. There was Gerald, so the one with the putting, what was the dunny brush up its ass?
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, how's your toilet brush at the moment? Yeah, Grim's not running around with that.
Speaking of that movie, I was reading a Reddit thread last night, an Ask Reddit, because it's one of my favourite subs. And
Ask Reddit?
Ask.
Oh, I thought you said Ask Reddit.
And so it's like you post a question and then people it can be just whatever. And someone had put out a post saying, what's the most like stacked lineup for a movie that you've ever seen? And can't remember, I think someone said Black Hawk Down, and I didn't realise, I've never seen it, so I didn't realise how many famous actors were in that. It took me a while to get down, because I'm like, surely movie 43 is good. It took me a little bit, but I got there and someone was like, movie 43, and then the replies to it were like, everyone was like, seriously, I don't know how that movie got made with that, with those people, like all of these A-list celebrities
doing what they
that
did.
Movie. And everyone was just like, yeah, I don't know how those people agreed. Like, how did they pitch that to Hugh Jackman? So you're going to have balls on your chin. Like,
or Halle Berry.
oh, yeah.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Making guacamole with your boob. Can you imagine her reading the script? What about her? Will you poop on me?
Yeah.
Like nearly every scene.
She's pretty kooky as well.
Oh, what about the poor little girl?
I can't remember.
First period.
Oh, yeah. That was funny. Kind of, not really. Anyway, it's a very funny movie. If you haven't, so we've kind of spoiled some of the scenes. But if you haven't seen movie 43, it's very silly. It's very silly humour. It's not a serious movie in the slightest. I showed Jared a couple of weeks ago and he pissed himself laughing because it's silly humour and he liked it. But
it's not just silly, it's what the... You can't do that. This subject's not even something you make fun of.
It's really, really random and really out there, but it's got all these A-list celebrities in it and, very funny movie though.
I think IMDb or that.
Oh, it's got shocking reviews.
But everybody who's seen it loves it. I think it's just IMDb people. Machete would have to be up there. Line up on Machete's massive.
I think someone said that
Seagal,
as well.
You've got...
There was a couple of other that I couldn't... I think someone...
Bruce Willis. There's so many people in Machete.
That was another thread I started to read, speaking of movies, because we love to talk about movies on this podcast, was what's a movie that you think dragged on a little bit, like that could have been...
You would have said Oppenheimer.
No, someone else said it, and they were like, that could have been condensed. But... Oh, no, wait,
Did someone say Kill Bill?
No, I think... No, I don't think someone
I love Kill Bill, the length it was.
No, I think someone did, and I don't agree with that. Someone said one or two of the Batmans, but I don't think so. I think someone said maybe a Dark Knight or something, and I was like, no, that's fine.
Yeah, but if any movie that you don't like that goes for more than an hour is going to drag it on.
No, I think my whole point I was trying to make might have just been ruined because I thought that someone said that movie that you told me about, is it A River Runs Through It?
Yeah.
Where you have to shorten it. I thought someone said that, but now I'm thinking maybe they said Mystic River.
Well, you have to shorten it. Oh, yeah.
I think I'm getting river movies confused.
It might be Mystic River. Mystic River was a fairly long movie.
Yeah, I think it might have been that, but I think...
Have you ever seen it?
No. What was that? No. No.
Gail. Yeah, you haven't seen some of the best movies ever.
I know.
Did were you in the car the other day when someone came on about a movie? Oh, no, you weren't. No, that was the thing with Rodriguez. Some of the greatest movies ever literally bombed.
Oh, yeah, I
at the
did
box
hear that
office.
part. We were driving.
Shawshank Redemption was one of them.
Really?
Yep.
Great movie.
Yeah, amazing movie.
I have seen that one.
What are we looking at?
Just making sure things are going and how long we've been talking for.
Things are going and how long we've been talking.
Yes, you know me. I like to just check that we're still recording.
Still recording.
Because we make too many
You make lots of mistakes. Is that what you said?
No, I said we make lots of...
We make.
Well, it's not even... I think
No,
we've
I've
gotten...
said it's not. It's me.
For employing
If I didn't employ you, the mistake would have never happened.
We have gotten things down to a lot better. We've gotten a bit dark, though.
We thought we had. I thought, don't you have this on auto ISO?
Yeah, I do.
And we do look a lot dark compared to where we started.
I know. But it is on auto.
Maybe because you've got the backlit of that light shining through. That's still...
I told you it would be bad. And now I'm scared
No,
that
we're not backlit.
I'm scared.
Just
Oh, no,
that
we're
bit
still in
of...
focus.
You're still in focus?
Yeah, because you told me the other day about autofocus and backlit don't work.
Oh, but that was severe backlit. That's right. I'll put a disclaimer in there. Sorry about the hunting focus. See, that's where if the camera manual focused itself, it would be fine. But because it wants to autofocus itself, it's never going to work. Never. And then? You run out of subjects, haven't you?
Well, so have you.
No, I've got heaps.
Like what?
This week, someone promised me to make burgers for lunch, but I had to make her pizza instead.
It's not the end of the week yet.
You're going to make them here tomorrow.
I can.
Yeah, no, if I hadn't have mentioned it, I should have waited till next week to bring this up. She keeps promising and never delivers. Now I know what Jared feels like. Anyway, well, I can talk about food.
What about it?
What was that pizza dough like?
That was
yesterday?
really good.
Right.
That was really good. And I really liked the cheese as well, this new thingy of you drying out the mozzarella before putting it on.
So you even said, I can still make this better. You go, well, I know, this is perfect, yeah, because I can't stop. I've got to
because
keep...
yesterday's was perfect. It was
No, I bet you I can make it better.
It was perfect.
Last night's was actually a little bit better.
Was it?
Only because I cooked it slightly better. Got my temps better in the ovens. But Shree also liked it. I kept on sending my daughter, see, this is what a pizza should look like.
I made chicken parmesanas last night, which I saw a thing recently of people... So in America, when they make chicken parm, they...
Parmies.
No, they just call it chicken parm.
Queensland call it parmies.
Parmies. We call it parmigiana. America, they just call it chicken parm. But the videos I've seen, they tend to put the schnitzel like in a dish with a whole bunch of tomato sauce, and then they just put cheese on top and then bake it, but then they serve it on top of spaghetti.
Oh, you've seen that?
And I'm like, what? And then they were saying...
They don't put any ham in there?
No, but it's just like the chicken schnitzel...
So you do ham?
Yes. I put chicken schnitzel, then I put my homemade bolognese, then I put double smoked ham, then the 4-cheese blend on top.
No, Shree does two different. She does one which is on like bolo sauce, a little bit of bolo sauce, and then on top, and then the rest.
Yeah, I do schnitz, bolo, ham, cheese, bacon.
Yeah, then Shree will then put it onto bolo, a little bit of bolo sauce,
No,
hot bolo
Jared
sauce.
puts hot sauce.
It actually could be really nice on spaghetti and bolo. Well, it's all the flavours.
Yes, but here, like, we have that. We have, like, the schnitzel with the sauce. It doesn't have to be bolognese sauce. Maybe just marinara, I think they call it in America, like just like a tomato Napoli sauce. And then we put the ham and the cheese, or you can just do cheese. But then we have it with, like, chips and maybe a salad, or I did chips and veggies last night, fries, sorry. And apparently it's...
Yeah, we don't normally do fries.
Oh, I do chips with mine.
We normally...
Chips with chicken salt.
No, and we normally do veggies, I think.
I do veggies. If I did it in the summer, I'd do a salad, but it's cold now, so I do veggies. I do veggies and chippies and parm. Except all my cheese fell off mine. I did them both the same. Jared's looked really good. Well, actually, I could have picked either one, but I picked the one that looked shit. I don't know why the cheese fell off one. I did them the same, and the cheese just slid off one.
It wasn't your cat just doing this on your cheese?
Well, maybe that's why he's charred. He's all black because he climbed in the oven. He's a little soot cat now.
The oven's not on it. Maybe it was on an angle.
It wasn't.
Maybe your parma's on an angle.
I don't know. The cheese just slid
Might
off.
have been like the desk and the camera.
I don't know. It just slid off, but it was still tasty.
Still tasty?
Yes.
Even though it was burnt?
It wasn't burnt. Well, some of the cheese was a bit burnt because it slid off, and then it was still fine. It was still tasty.
Still fine, still
I've got
tasty.
those down to a bit of a fine art. I feel like they're like my how you make your pizzas, I make my palms.
So every time you do it, you try to make it even a little bit better by something?
Mm-mm.
You don't?
No, because I've gotten it down to a fine art.
Well, when we get back, I definitely want to try this new trick with the pizza doughs. I didn't realise, and there was another... I found like 4 new videos that he's made, and the latest one's really good. It showed, right, this is our 4-day-old pizza dough. It's now gone. It's overproofed. It's out of the fridge. All the things I've been trying to find out and even asking questions, but they never answer questions. It's like, so when you finish it, you never tell us what we do next. How long can we keep it? Where do we put it? And finally, he goes through all of that. So 2 hours in room temperature to get it to rise, and from then it can be cooked for up to another 3 to 4 hours. If it's going to be any longer than that, in the fridge. In the fridge can fine for 2 days, but once you get to about 4 days, it will overproof.
It'll over-yeast itself.
And all you got to do is put it back in the mixing bowl with some more flour and some more water. And the recipes at the end of the video, get to the end of the video, there's no recipe. Get to comments, get to description, no recipe. Get in comments, where's the recipe? Where's the recipe? Where's the recipe? No answers. 1.6 million followers. Smash that subscribe button. Come join my masterclass.
I think that's why you harp that we reply to everything.
Yeah, there's a reason, because there's people like me that have stupid questions that want it answered. Anyway, this one he actually did go through and break it down. But yeah, at the end, in his restaurant, all of that pizza mix goes back into the mixer with their ratio of flour and water, and they don't have to put yeast anymore, it's already in there, and just gets blended again. He said, that's how we get that extra flavour. It's actually that all the pizza dough mixed in is what makes a great flavour. See? So that's what's coming soon. You're going to get mouldy pizza dough.
Yeah. Gross.
And I'm doing your a death cap mushroom. We've got the trial in Australia of the mushroom killing lady.
Apparently it's like all over the world.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm mentioning it, because it's in trial now.
Yeah, and it happened not too far from where we live.
The mushroom killer.
Yeah. She's guilty as.
How can you do that? You can't do that. They did that to the poor dingo got my baby. And it got proved 100. They were a super innocent couple. Had their entire life ruined by people like you that just said a dingo would never steal a baby.
She literally has admitted that she lied. She invited them over to say that she has cancer and needed to break it to her children. That's why her children weren't there. She's admitted she doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, well,
so
it's got nothing to do with the mushrooms. It was just her excuse to get everyone to her house because she's not a very likeable person.
She bought a food dehydrator or something.
2 years earlier.
It's got
It was 2 years. The first day of evidence, it was brought up, the receipt. 2 years ago she bought that.
And it was thrown out one day afterwards.
We have a dehydrator at home.
But it was thrown out one day afterwards with her
So
prints
stop working.
all over it.
Well, sorry.
With residue of death cap mushrooms.
No, it didn't have residue. No, that's lies. That was never ever brought up. This is
the different coloured plates.
This is so a lot of people have that. I'm doing it with my bar at the moment. We're just doing it with coffee cups now. I love that. Haven't you been to a house where you go to the dining room, every chair is a different chair, every bit of cutlery is different, every plate's different?
Except for your house, no.
Yeah, it's a great talking point. Then if you break something, it doesn't matter. We can bring in a different one. There's nothing better than having... I love when someone comes around and make a drink, I'll make 2 different glasses. In fact, I'll even let them, what glass do you like? Do you like a heavy glass or do you like a little like ting glass? Or
What? A ding glass?
Yeah, ting. No, it doesn't ting.
Knock it over, please. I want everything to...
I can't remember who it was, a good friend of mine.
I don't know, I reckon she's guilty as.
Judgmental.
Yeah, it's judgmental.
One day you'll do something, you'll be judged. And you go, but I didn't do it.
I'm judged all the
But you
time.
got black hair. You must have done it.
I need to actually dye this. I noticed before my regrowth is really bad.
That's not where it's bad.
I know, it gets real bad.
No, that's not where it's bad.
Where's it bad?
I'll tell you off air.
Oh,
no.
And my side.
That's the
my
worst.
Side part. Yeah, I know.
When they stick out, it's nearly like that Jewish bit of hair that hangs down in the curls.
She
It's
needs
so
a
different.
dye. She needs a dye. I'll dye her before we head over to Europe. I'll have my fresh black.
Fresh black.
I found a photo of me from a couple of years ago.
I've got lots of photos of you from a couple of years ago.
I know you do, but it was a colour one.
And I can send them to the RTA for your new passport picture.
Oh, shit. I don't know, it's not. I don't need it to the passport. It's
It's license. We could do a naked in the streets one. I'll send them that. Because you can send your own photo in, can't you?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you can have it taken somewhere else and take it in. We can get, all your trial photos are the lookaways. We can't even...
No, they're not. They're just on an angle on a side.
Yeah, you can't put that on your...
Oh, well, they can use the one that's on there.
Well, if I use Gigapixel, we scan it, we'll blow it up big, I'll crop it out and then they can drop that one back on.
Perfect. We'll do that then.
$1,000.
No, I don't have it for.
One bag of only fart. So I'll sell it for $1,000.
What was I going to say? I don't know. I've lost my train of thought now.
You've lost your train of thought.
Yeah. Because I got angry about them wanting me to take a photo again.
But we're talking about being accused of things.
Oh, no, that's right. I was saying I found a photo of me from when I first started working for you. And back then I had gone through a phase of dyeing my hair dark brown, not pitch black. And I had dark brown hair back then. And I found photos of me with brown hair. It actually kind of added some warmth. I didn't look like a crazy goth.
I think I got a better picture. Let's do your blonde look.
Oh no, my blonde is not my colour. Blonde is not for me.
Did you go red?
I had orange for a while.
Yeah.
No, but that really.
Didn't you go red?
I've always wanted to.
Red bits.
No, I didn't. No, I had green. Remember the swamp hair?
Oh yuck.
But no, orange really suited me when I had the orange hair.
Oh, did it just?
It did.
Oh, you're so hot. Were you with Jared then?
Yes.
Oh, he stayed with you.
I think
You
I was.
sure?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Sounds more like a flick period.
No, I've got photo proof.
You got photo proof.
Photo proof.
You photoshopped the coloured hair in there afterwards.
did not, no.
You did.
No, I'll show you photo proof. Just scroll a
Photo
bit.
proof.
Because it's a
While
little-
she's flicking away.
But it actually kind of.
Actually,
No, I don't have it in my profile photos, but see, with the orange.
Oh, it's more like
Auburn.
Auburn. That's
Yeah.
not orange. So orange.
And that was September 2014, so I was with Jared.
Orange. I'm thinking of. You know the orange I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. If you're on
Like a
YouTube
ranger.
and you can see, it's not focusing.
Out of focused orange.
I can't get it to focus properly, but I see I had like auburn hair.
Yeah, it's normal when she's on the video.
Shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up, you.
Anyway. So that's the end of the story. She's going to look,
What were you going to say?
scratch your nose. What was I going to say? There's another whinge though.
Oh, well, we're already at a minute and 3, so how long do you want to whinge for?
I'll save it for next week.
Okay.
Because I can talk about it more then.
Okay, cool.
Because there'll be more to whinge.
Okay.
It'll be a longer whinge. It'll be like a mega whinge. I can mostly do an only whinge page.
Yeah, you could. You'd probably make a lot of money.
Can we have your cat there just doing this?
Certainly.
I need to film it,
I've got a video of it.
but I need a bit.
Yeah, I can send it to you. It's
Cool.
weird.
No, because I want to do that sort of, oh yeah.
Oh, you're so
music,
creepy.
and have the cat just go, oh yeah, and have
You're
pictures
so
of you
weird.
coming up in the background, and the cat's going,
Well, it
yeah.
doesn't go for that long, but I'll send you the video and you can do what you want with it. You weirdo. Anyway,
Weirdo.
we will speak to you next week when we are
London.
physically in London. You all right?
Are you all right, love?
You all right, love? Can I get a bottle of water?
Bottle of water.
We're taking the piss.
Yes, we are.
We come from you guys. We are you guys.
We're the rejects.
Yeah, we're the convicts. Bottled water is my
Bottled
favourite.
water.
Can I get a bottle of water? I love it.
All right, catch up.
Catch up.